Welcome back here, guys, to the 2026 Australian SHARKSKIN IRB Championships. We're coming down for the Masters events now, starting off with our semi-finals. We're going to start with the semi-finals of the women's tube for the Masters. Defending champions in this race from last year, we've got Caves Beach, Bondi, and also Caves Beach in third place. So guys, this is actually, the footage we're seeing is quarter 6 of the Masters Men's Rescue. Then we'll be going into our semi-finals package, followed by our finals. And looks like a good win there for Spencer Moncrief from Kira in the Masters Rescue. He'll be making his way through to those semis. We'll see our boats finally coming into the beach now, ready for the start of our semi-finals package. It's going to be pretty fast back-to-back racing. We want to get off the beach here before this weather comes in, before it gets dark. So we're keen to get this racing underway. Looking now at the start list for semi-final number 1 of the Masters Female Tube. We've Kiama Downs in 1, Williamstown from Victoria in 2, Bondi in 3, Kira Team A in 4, and Caves Beach White, rounding out a semi-final of 5 competitors. We'll have 4 go through to the final this afternoon. Crewmen are just down at their boat at the moment, setting up their tube ready for the race. They'll stick it under the bow, make sure that their lanyard is accessible, and have it all ready. You'll see the crewmen do that for themselves, because you can only trust yourself when you want to set up your equipment. So we can see Bondi there setting theirs up. We've got a bit of cloud cover coming over now. It's getting a little bit darker. The wind picked up during the open finals, and we've still got a bit of that swell on that second bank there. Looks like we've got all our boats on the line. Bondi jumping up and down, trying to keep themselves warm. Only a small semi here of 5, and only 1 dropping to go through to this final. We started off the program yesterday with our under-23s going through for their semis and finals. Had our opens just earlier today on a separate stream, and now we're looking at our masters. Our masters are over 35s. So most of these masters probably also raced in the open events to get a bit of a warm-up for their events this afternoon. We've still got a bit of adjustment on the lanes there, making sure everything's right. That tide's been coming in and washing over the line. Whistle is gone, so we're just waiting for the gun. So we've got a big lead out there from, it looks like, Caves in lane 5. They're going in to do their drop-off now. Daylight in second. Up the top at Kiama Downs have gone in second. So they'll make their way out to their patient. It's a 25-metre swim. Throw the tube and then tow the patient back. So we can see Kira there swimming. All right, Caves Beach are halfway home now. Up the top end of the beach, Kiama Downs have started their track home. If Caves Beach can come in for a nice easy pickup, make sure of everything, no DQs, they'll be heading themselves through to the final. Looks like it's going to be a pretty tight race between Williamstown and Bondi for that final position to get through to the final. Caves Beach have picked up and on their way home. Kiama Downs is completing their pickup at the moment. They'll be heading home too. So we're looking at Caves come in now just for an easy finish. Make sure they get everything right. We don't want any DQs when you're this far in front. And clean finish up the beach for those guys. They've booked their spot in the final. So it looks like we've got Bondi as our last member through to that final. So looking at the replay here, Caves Beach really did get off the beach well. Kira unfortunately had a bit of a dredge there. They had them a bit too shallow for that start. Still got through to the final, so they can make up for that in the final. Nice to be able to jog up like that in the semi-final, not spend too much energy before your final this afternoon. So we'll get those boats off the course and get our second heat coming in. And looks like we've got a few more in this second semi. We've got 6 in this next semi. All right, results from our first semi-final of the Masters Women's Tube. We had Cave Beach with a comfortable win there. Kira team came through the field for a good finish, off a good pickup to claim second in that one. Followed by Kiama Downs and Bondi headed through to the final. Our second semi is off now. We've got South Maroubra hitting a bit of a wave off the beach. It looks like we've got Caves Beach leading in this second semi as well, along with Newport. Up the top of the beach, North Cronulla and South Maroubra also going in for their turn now. So we'll drop our swimmer off, same as the last race, 25-metre swim out. Looks Looks like Caves Beach have given themselves a good lead again in this team. It will be good to see these two go head-to-head in the final, Caves Beach versus Caves Beach. So they're coming through to the second can now. They've still got that clear lead with Newport chasing them down. Caves Beach coming in from the pickup. That was nicely done. Very clean pickup from those guys. Coming straight in. So we've got a clear win from Caves Beach in both semi-finals. Be a good final between those two teams. So we have 3 across the line now. Just waiting for our 4th qualifying position to come through. Oh, North Cronulla got stuck in their boat a bit, which lets the door open for South Maroubra to take that last spot in the final. And finally, just rounding out the semi-final, Ocean Grove coming up to cross the line. Watching the replay here, South Maroubra, bit of sand off the start and then straight under a wave. So we could see this clear win out to the cans from Caves Beach, and they held it the whole way. Very clean pickup from this Caves team. It'd be interesting to see them against the other Caves team. They didn't have quite as clean a pickup, but they did win the race by a lot. So it's going to be a really good race between these two Caves Beach in the final. Our next event on the line will be our Masters Men's Tube semi-finals. Alright, so it looks like on my start list we have 8 starting in this Masters Tube. Starting from lane 1 in Kirra, North Avoca, Queenscliff, Forster, Bondi, Miami Beach, Kawana Waters and Broadbeach to round out the heat. 2 semis. I'm going to assume that we've got 4 through in each to make a final of 8. So gun has gone. We're running down to the boat. Let's see who we've got off first. Looks like Kawana's taken their boat out a lot further than anyone else. But we've got Queenscliff streeting it out off the beach. They're going to take a lead into there. So Queenscliff making the turn. Swimmer is in. Again, that 25 swim out. In the middle of the field there, looks like Bondi's had a really good swim. They've brought themselves right up into the mix here, the Bondi swimmers in the middle on the blue can. Actually looks like they've overtaken Caves. So we're looking at Bondi in the middle of the field and also Broadbeach up here in lane 8. So Bondi going in for their pickup. They'll make their pickup first, followed by Broadbeach. And then Forster also picking up. So we've got a big lead here by Bondi. They've just got to make sure of it now. Shut down and do everything right. Get themselves through to that final. Queenscliff above them and Broadbeach are on our closest side out of screen. They'll qualify too. And our last qualifier looks like it could be Miami in the middle there. Lots of boats moving in and out now as we get those boats off the line and bring in another 8 for the second semi. Replay of semi-final number 1. You can see Queenscliff have an absolute blinder off the beach. Get out there first, but closely followed by Bondi here. They've had an absolute amazing swim. Bit of airtime for Miami. As you can see Bondi putting in the strokes there, and a clean pick up from Broadbeach. We've got 8 competitors in semi-final number 2 of this Masters Tube Rescue. We've got, starting from the top of the beach, North Cronulla, Kirra, Brighton, South Australia, Thirroul, Caves Beach, Nobbies, New South Wales, a second Caves Beach team, and Kurrawa. So we've got the top end, North Cronulla, following on from their great success in the Opens. They're off first, with Kurrawa closest to camera. They've got the 2 leaders here now going into the turn to drop off their swimmer. We've got Kurrawa throwing first. They're going to clip up their patient and head home just in front of North Cronulla. They've had a really good swim. North Cronulla's got caught up on their can a little bit then with their clip up, which has given Kurrawa a big lead. Kurrawa will come in now to perform their pickup. As soon as you're in the boat with a tube race, you're driving all the way away from people who are still swimming, so it makes for a big difference in the positioning of the boats. So we've got Kurrawa in first. Looks like Kirra may have picked up second. Kurrawa's just got to bring it home safe now. That's Joe Alamo. They were second at the Queensland State titles, behind Kirra. So the replay now of that last semi-final, you can see North Cronulla at the top of the beach. They got out there first, but they had a bit of trouble on their patient clip-up, and so they dropped back in the field a bit and allowed Kurrawa to come right forward. So Kurrawa ended up with the easy win. Just taking it easy. Coming over this wave, you can see the patient's head bobble a little bit, taking that impact. But a clear win for Kurrawa, followed by we've got a bit of rain coming in now, which is going to make it a little bit colder for the Masters. I hope they're all rugged up. Okay, we're moving on to our Masters Female Mass Rescue. So we have 3 semis in our Masters Mass, so we're going to be taking 3 through on each. And we're welcoming Harold into the commentary, and he's been on the beach all day, but he's decided it's raining down there and he's going to come and sit in the tent with me and send Sam down.
It legitimately feels like that is just what's happened, because it is getting cold, it is freezing out there.
Have fun with that, Sam.
I don't know if you touched on this though, but Masters bodies at the end of a program on a cold afternoon, this is going to be so vital that they're warm, that they're prepared and ready to compete.
Absolutely. I saw one of the Masters swimmers. She had, I think, every bit of clothing. She had gloves. She had a swimming cap under her cap. I tell you, I wouldn't want to get in the water out there.
No, and again, this is one of those days where you're only at the beach because there's a carnival on. And this carnival is the SHARKSKIN IRB Australian Championships. Any highlights so far from the Masters program for you?
We've only got through the tube semis so far.
Oh, okay.
And there's been some big leads into the can and then some swimmers swimming past them. So it's really come down to the swims in these. There were only some small heats for the women's, only 5 in each, but the men's were packed. But we do have 3 semis in this Masters Women's Mass, and there's only 9 lanes in the final, so it's going to be pretty cutthroat. You're going to have 3 going through out of 8 in the race, which is a lot harder to do.
Yeah, we'll be interested to see how that transpires over the next hour and a half or so. Now, from where I was up on the headlands, looking down at the beach, this dropping tide, it is so hard and firm down there. So I'm going to be interested in just, first and foremost, hoping that there's no foot injuries, because I know there's been a bit of heel action out there, a bit of bruised heels coming out of the boat at pace, and it just feels like concrete down there. The
older ankles and hamstrings aren't going to handle that as well as what the young kids did this morning, so hopefully everyone gets through. Luckily, on those last couple, they could all do pretty cruisy finishes just to make sure of it and get through to their final. Then we're going to see them push.
So what are we looking at there? That's a solid 25-metre sprint to the boat. That's not really what you want.
It's a little bit long, but you can see that it's still wet under their feet, so those waves are surging through. So I don't think they can take the start-finish line any further down, because it will get washed away.
And I guess that's why our amazing sectional referees are in charge at the Australian Championships semi-finals time. The best of the best making their way through. Nice high knees coming through. Couple getting sniped on that right-hand side, and that's what you just talked about. The potholes down, the Coral crew just getting into the boat now. I think that might be the first ones away, yeah?
I think a couple of those teams maybe put their boats a little bit shallow, trying to get them in and hit a bit of sand off the beach.
Now, these are the fastest lifesavers in Australia, the fastest Masters lifesavers. And the beauty about this is, well, watch that coming through. You're practicing these pickups nice and tight through. They're coming in. That's the crew there from Caves Beach. Nikki Murrow trying to get it in. That's some solid work. Now, the patience. They've been in the water all day. Opens events and Masters events. So a solid effort from them going through. Who we got?
It looks like it could be... Is that Williamstown down on this end? Going through, and up on the... furthest away from camera, Broadbeach, who are the defending champions in this race. If that is Williamstown running down to the boat, that's Sarah Meehan. She's been racing for a very long time, making finals as an open competitor, but coming into her own now in the Masters. She's left off with a really good... I believe she medalled last year at Aussies, and she definitely won at state titles.
Yeah, unbelievable. Look at that huge lead through there. So whipping around. You like an angle to coming in there? So what sort of angle do we need to come in at?
When we're going into those first turns, the trouble people have is they try and track towards the can. You want to stay as wide as you can so you can get your nose on the can. So starting off wide so you can end up having a sharp turn in the end. This is a really good race from Sarah.
Just maintaining that boat speed whole way through.
Right, make sure of that finish and jog it up the beach. Save your legs for the rest of the races. She's got Broadbeach, our defending champions, up on the lane 1. They That's Chantel Fife. She's take that second and try and turn it on in the final.
And that seems like something she does year on, year out. When it comes finals time, just that extra level gets
has been racing for a very long time. And obviously this Masters coming into Australian titles, it wasn't always there. It's only been in there since about 2016, 2017, something like that. So giving them an opportunity. She would have run around in all the Masters, all the open races too.
So this was awkward. So we saw at the start the Williamstown girls, they stumbled a little bit there. Caves Beach just coming over the top of that one. I believe they finished 3rd in that heat then. So that's the Alicia Angel and Nikki Murrell there as the crewie. So that was your 1, 2 and 3. And here we go here.
Caves hit a bit of a wave off that second start. Look at that. That's what gave Williamstown that lead. Really nice turn from Sarah and a nice pickup.
So these boats are maxing out at roughly, what, 42 to 46?
About 42k, depending on conditions. Obviously, if you jack your motor up a bit higher and are in the flat water, you can get a bit of speed, but your boat won't turn real well.
The boat was turning ultra well there for the Williamstown crew. They're going to make their way through again. You said Broadbeach Team A into that secondary position. Caves is 3rd. Now we'll just have to wait for the live heats update to see who's going to be that next one coming through. But the beautiful Macleay Valley coast, absolute scenes here.
I mean, absolutely beautiful part of the world. Like, it's so nice. I wish that the sun was shining and we could go and check this place out.
A couple more days, maybe. You're going to have tomorrow free, so you may as well get amongst it.
All right, we've got our second semi of the women's coming in now. We have Kawana in 1, Thirroul in 2, Kiama in 3, South Maroubra, Bondi, Brighton, South Australia, and Newport. 7 in the final, 7 in the semi, and 3 through.
Look at the foot speed there from Bondi making their way through. A bit of water surging through. You can see the ladies in the middle. They're trying to get that boat a little bit deeper. Right-hand side, we can see the South Maroubra crew. That is the Thelma and Louise again, punching over the top. But it's Bondi leading us out at the moment, looking ultra strong. Kawana Waters at the top end.
Coming into that turn now, let's see what Bondi can do. That is a amazing turn. They'll keep their lead coming out of that. Let's see this pickup. Oh, slowed down on the pickup. That slowed them down, but the turn saved them.
Now, technicalities. At what point do you have to get the patient in the boat?
Patient's feet must be out of the water before the motor goes past the patient can.
Copy
so
that.
The nose can go past the can, but they have to have completed the pickup before the motor goes past.
All right, we'll just see a couple little snipers through there, so we are going to see that with that dropping tide, a couple little potholes through there. Ladies working well, but it's Bondi.
Well, Bondi's got to run a lot further to get to their boat. A little bit of a handling error there, I believe, from those guys.
But Kawana Waters opens the door for them nicely, so too the Kiama Downs team. But it's South Maroubra there through the middle at the moment. I believe it's going to be South Maroubra into Kawana Waters in that first turn, that first lead. Nelly at the back end here of the Mass Rescue semi-final. Top 4 is going to get them into an Aussie final later on. Just backing off the throttle a little bit there. South Maroubra just trying to minimise the damage, right?
Yep, South Maroubra got through that. I know Kawana Waters, Ash Domio, hasn't raced in 7 years. Come down to have a go, so maybe the skills are a little bit rusty, but I think she'll get better as the finals go along.
Unbelievable. Going to cruise through, make their way into the next round. Kawana Waters at the top, and I believe that's going to be Kiama Downs, and then sprint finish, possibly. Who's that last one coming through?
Yeah, so only 3 through on that one.
Because we've got the Tremie.
A lot harder, it's got a Tremie. We've got a third semi coming up now.
Oh, cutthroat.
And you'd want to be in that third semi. There's only 6 in it, 3 through.
Yeah, the numbers.
It's easier than the first semi that was 8 in it, 3 through.
And the numbers are still out there. So even though we had the Opens finals package a little bit earlier, everyone has stuck around because it is all about the whole team.
Oh, we're all the whole team. And these Masters would have been racing in the Opens too. And they would have been handling for the Opens. They would have been cheering for the Opens. The Opens have got to turn around now and do that for them.
One thing I'd like to know from a technical and elite athlete aspect from yourself, especially when you come into these championships on the cold days, what type of recovery are you doing and what are you focusing on?
Recovery after the event or on the day?
Both.
On the day, it's all about cold management. So I only raced in wetsuit shorts and a thermal. I don't like wearing a wetsuit, but I'm a driver, so I tried not to get wet as much as possible. But I'd come out on a cold day like this and put spray pants over the top, and then a spray jacket on, and then a big warm jacket over the top, plus a beanie. So anything to keep the warm inside, and halfway through the day, change into a clean, warm thermal. Try and stay as warm as long as you can.
So how many bags are you bringing to a carnival?
Not being a patient, it's a little bit less. Patients, if they want to change a wetsuit, it's a bit harder than me just putting on a dry thermal. But yeah, you've got to manage that cold, and you've got to make sure they've got hand warmers that they put in their pockets.
All right, here we go. Start list for this third semi-Tremie final. Ocean Grove Team JA, Caves Beach Maroon, Aldinga Bay, North Cronulla, Caves Beach White, Kiama Downs Red. What are we seeing at the moment? Aldinga Bay.
I'm gonna tip down here in lane 8. We've got Kathy Foster, who's just been hit by a wave. I've put the mocker on so many people today.
Are you enjoying doing that? It's actually a thing.
Not when they're people I like. Kathy can definitely bring this back. She's won gold, silver, and bronze in opened mass rescues through the years.
And it looks like she's made up at least 3 boatloads coming in.
You watch her come in this this transition. She's got the set in the open women's mass rescue, so she's going to be hard to beat.
So through the middle there, North Cronulla leading it through. The momentum from their senior squad, like you said, Kiama Downs just beaching that little bit more. So she was last out, turning first.
She got hit by a wave, couldn't do anything about that, but I think she'll get in the boat and take off first.
Around they go.
Oh, that's tough there. It looks like it might be curtains for the North Cronulla. Heavily taped knee, and I think that might be enough. But like you said, Kiama Downs hopping straight in the boat. One pull, clean, off and away. They're going to lead this one out.
She's got to get another wave now. There we go, but she's through. Oh, that's crewman out by the looks of it down there. That might be race over for, was that Caves Beach or Ocean Grove?
Ocean Grove got out cleanly, but again, look at this turning.
Yeah.
Like, this is open level pace, right?
Oh, she's an open level driver, that's why. She's done it all. I'd hate to look across the line as a master and see Kathy Foster there and go, well, she could make those open finals. I think she even medalled 2 years ago at the Open World Championships.
Yeah, wow.
She got a bronze in this event at the Open Worlds.
Cruising through, save the Achilles, save the feet.
Yep.
Second across the line, Caves Beach white, Caves Beach maroon is going to be your top three. Aldinga Bay just going to miss out there. Kathy Foster in the water last and first across the line by a fair bit.
I'm glad I didn't put the mocker. She's got the skills to come back from being under a wave like that. So again, we're looking at the men's is going to be next, and we've got 3 semis in that one as well.
Are we going to see a bit of sibling action as well? A bit of hubby jumping in the boat?
That's what I was just looking for. First, I was exactly looking for is Kiama Downs will be in semi number 2. Husband and coach Nathan Foster. Let's see if he can put on a show like his wife just did.
In North Cronulla, they're trying to do a bit. We didn't
see those potholes in the opens. They're really having to dodge those now, which is unfortunate. Oh, we've got that wave. It's just exactly the wrong time to hit that wave, I think.
Yeah, nothing you can do that right. Maybe just back off the throttle a touch, but...
Yeah. Or you can always go sideways. Instead of stopping, you can go across to your right a little bit, as long as you don't impede another boat, and try and get over a nicer section of the wave.
Yeah.
You don't have to stick to your lane when you're heading out through surf.
But second time out, decisions under fatigue or under duress, and this is an Australian titles. We can't always be perfect, but it was enough to get that Caves Beach team through to another Australian final.
Absolutely. All right, let's look down at this this Masters men's, and we've got our Kira coach down there to be a crewman, which I've never seen him do. So that's going to be interesting. Homie, he's just had a blinder carnival with the under-23s and opens, and he's now crewing for Spencer Moncrief in this mass.
Why is he homie?
No idea. I didn't know his name for a long time. It was just homie.
Yeah, I just saw his name then and realised that, yeah, okay. It is too good. So Aldinga Bay on the screen there as well. So that's their Team A, followed next to them on the left-hand side as we go towards the top of the screen. Caves Beach, Queens Mindari, Queenscliff Oldmate, the New South Wales coach Jason Elkins leading that squad there. Caves Beach yellow, and then the Kurrawa A team.
Well, that's good to see a Western Australian team in there, Queens Mindari. Talking about family, Western Australia's Queens Mindari?
No, just like a little bit north. It's a short drive for them.
Then it's not. It's not good to see a Western Australian club in there.
Or is it?
Could be wrong. Let's move on from my mistake to the Kira Masters team here. We've got the coach in there crewing. We've got his wife as his patient and his son as the other patient. So it's a full McAuliffe boat there with Spencer driving.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Wow. Okay, there you go. My second mistake of the carnival.
Oh, we can't all be perfect, but you know what? I'm happy it wasn't me.
That's all right. We're all human. Yeah, so just a little bit north of Perth. So
and I believe they are the only Western Australian crew to come over here this weekend.
And
they had
numbers.
some in the others as well, but...
Let me think about that. So what have we got? Probably a 4.5 hour flight to either Brisbane or Sydney, hire cars to get all the gear
Container and a truck, maybe, bring your boat over there. I don't know. Let's look on the side of the boat. Maybe they've been able to borrow boats from people over here, but it's a big expense to go over to bring all your boats. And there's no airport close to here either.
No, there's not, and that's why it is so remote and so quiet and peaceful, because this place is absolutely beautiful. We are underway for semi-final number 1 of 3. A bit of foot speed. What have we got?
We're going to see Homie do a Superman dive to try and get in that boat. He did it a bit early.
Great little start there, and they've just gone into a wave to negotiate.
Getting punched through
was
there.
Bondi, is that?
I think it's Pitmindari there for the top. Caves Beach Yellow flying at the moment. Sorry, that's the Kurrawa A team.
Kurrawa A team, that's Joe Alamo.
So A for Alpha.
Even, but they are chasing the guys out of lane 1, so...
Not much in it at the moment, is there? So down the bottom.
Couple of good turns brought those back in. Who's that closest to us? Was that...
So we've got Kira at the bottom.
That was Kira. That was an amazing turn to come back from nowhere.
Aldinga Bay just north of them, so the transition, this is where it needs to be. Getting out early, knees high.
And the turn of the boat for Kira is father and son turning the boat, so I'm hoping he's yelling at him there, making him work a bit harder.
That is a solid transition. This is so, even with this, the lungs are burning, get a tiny bit of recovery through there.
Well, Kurrawa off the beach first, and looks like Kira's going to follow them and straight under a wave.
Straight under, over, middle's where all the waves are at the moment, but 1 and 2, tiny bit of air time, so it's going to be 1, 2 and 3 at the moment, which is going to be that of Kurrawa, Kira, and then it's going to be Caves Beach Yellow. Is it? No, it's Queenscliff.
No, it's Queenscliff.
Yeah, Jason Elkin's crew. Hey, this is close to an Australian final level.
It's going to be, they did, this Kurrawa crew and Kira crew, they fought it out for most of them at the state titles.
And how many years have they been doing this for? Especially these drivers.
Homie. Long time. I remember Joe from Kurrawa racing in the 90s.
Yeah, wow.
We've got the Queenscliff crew as well, so some good racing there.
So Kurrawa clear first in that one, Kira in 2, and then the Queensland Old Mate in 3, and that's going to be curtains for everyone else. The end of their mass program.
It's always good to see a Masters Mass end with no one grabbing a hamstring. That always makes me happy.
Yeah, because we don't want people to get injured.
No, we don't want that. We want everyone to be able to finish without a sniper out there.
A bit of free chiropractic.
You know what? They should probably be used to it over there in Western Australia. It's all shoreys over there, isn't it? You'd go straight under a boat straight away.
And the one thing I love about this, like, participation can be at so many levels. So, you know, depending if you want to be the full-time athlete, or if you want to get to the gym in the mornings, or, you know, or if you just do it for the love of the, you know, the smell of the two-stroke and the engine going and hang out with your mates, because I know some people love to do that. And one of the favourite quotes I've heard from a mate of mine was, the thing I love about Masters IRB and me just competing is that I get the thrill of competition and the injuries without all the effort.
There's a big range of people competing here. I think there is some that are putting in all the effort, and you can see it. And some that are just
that was his reality. I was like, well, that's fantastic, right?
Well, you've got to field teams in it, and all of those guys, I saw the Kurrawa Masters handling for every crew in the Opens. So they've done a big day already, holding boats.
All right, let's talk about that. So on the screen there, the Queenscliff handlers, the young boys. That's a skill they're going to need to learn as well.
Absolutely.
Right?
So North Cronulla, Kawana Waters again.
All right. That looks like Foz's crewman went down, but he's going to be off the beach anyway. Wearing the big hat because of the sun safety. Let's see if he can do what his wife did.
Aerodynamics isn't a thing.
I think for Foz, it's all about sun protection.
Yes.
Aerodynamics has gone out the window.
And how are they looking through this at the Broadbeach A team? Queenscliff, Tony Hawk.
Queenscliff look like they're in front there, and then
North Cronulla.
North Cronulla.
Kawana Waters, decent program through there. Building.
Have always had, back in the 90s, early 2000s, always a very strong crew. They had a tube team that won for years in the mid-2000s.
Okay.
We've got a hot battle in here for third.
So at the top, though, what have we got? The guys making the way. Queenscliff, Tony Hawk, up and in the boat very, very shortly. Kawana Waters. Where's KD? Because it needs to be top 3. Oh, look how shallow that is at the moment.
Everyone's gone through that wave, though, so that's evened them up a bit.
Yeah, this is the racing you love.
This is going to come down to turns now.
All right, talk us through the turns. Who have we got?
Turns and pickups. All right. Well, let's look at red. That's Foz. Boat touching the can the entire way around. That's experience. He's going to have to race for third, though. We've got a clear 1, 2, 3 here, so it's going to come down to this finish and who can push the boat up the beach. And the Masters don't push it up as much as the Opens do, but they're going to have to now.
Yeah, and the sprint finish, what, 25 or so metres, a bit of water under the boats, dipping across the line. Queenscliff there in 1.
Clear 3 from that top end of the beach by the looks of it.
Yeah, that is
maybe
super tight.
Thurrool, Queenscliff and maybe Broadbeach would be...
Tough one. I even just thought...
Just the Fifey up there in Broadbeach.
Yeah, I thought the Kiwana Waters crew in alley number 7 just lost a bit of boat speed on that first turn, but absolutely nailed the second one and probably did it the best of most of the squads that were chasing in that 3rd to 4th position. So hopefully they made their way through as well at this start.
We had 2 Kiwana teams in that. Do you know which one that was?
No, I think the one that might have got through, possibly the one at closest to screen.
Closest to screen. That's going to be Kane Domio, and his wife just got through in hers as well.
Huge program. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. You like to see that head duck down. North Cronulla, nice resurgence there. Squad is firing.
They're going to go straight under that wave, unfortunately. And there was nowhere to go, nothing to do. They just had to cop that one.
But again, it looked like they just checked a little bit on the throttle, just if they can hold it back 200ths of a second later, just give that wave a chance to break. And even noting how shallow that was, you can see how much sand was out there coming up through the water. So tough conditions.
Yeah, I think they've got the toughest conditions of the day.
Yeah. A nice full tide for the Opens, which
Will
was
they get a bit worse too? Is this tide going to run out even more and get some more potholes when we come to finals?
No, I think we might be bottom tide now. Is it 6 hours? No, it won't be actually, because we had a high tide at 11. We've probably got another hour or so. But again, resetting
running
those.
For a 3rd semi.
All right, who we got?
We've got Terrigal, Kurrawa, Thurrool, Brighton, South Australia, Caves Beach, Kiama Downs, Bondi and Thurrool.
Terrigal leading us out at the top there, shooting over the top of that wave. A bit of airtime there for the Bondi. Full throttle.
So we've got, I think, Brighton SA leading into the Cairns.
Nice little spread out.
Now, body positioning for the crew. Are we leaning out? Are we leaning in? Are we forward?
Look, it often depends on state and also on club. People have developed different types of turns. There is a turn where the crewman will just lean out and the boat will slide around. There is another turn where you'll see a crewman go forward and then come back to driver's side, which is puts the motor and boat on its pencils and get a tight turn.
And I'm assuming some of that is also around the weight in the boat as well, how heavy your driver is, how heavy your crew is, and then the placement within.
Heavier, if your crewman's heavier than the driver, it's always going to be better. Because they need to push the boat down. They can bring their weight backwards by sliding back as far as they can. The driver can't do anything about being heavy in the back of the boat.
All right, so we need skinny drivers, is that what you're saying?
It doesn't need to be skinny, but crewman heavier than driver would be a plus. Skipped out a bit on that turn.
So it was a Kiama black team, was it, through at the bottom? Who have we got?
They are still going to come through from a really good pickup. They're still going to qualify through.
Kurrawa B team in that secondary spot at the moment. And then just trying to pick up that cap for that.
So that'll be Scott Wheeler, coach of Kurrawa.
Great drive from Kurrawa there. They've got themselves to the front of the field.
So Kiama
Brighton,
Downs.
South Australia.
Yeah, good on them. Aussie
So Kiama Downs, Kurrawa, Brighton, South Australia. Thurrool, unfortunately, normally a 4 through and they'd be fine, but unfortunately, cutthroat.
Hard cuts.
It's a hard cut to go from 8 to 3. Brighton, South Australia seem pretty happy through to their final.
Yeah, smiles on dials. How good is that? Congratulations, Brighton. You're going to be in the finals package coming up very, very shortly. High fives. Get in there. Now, what are these guys doing? You don't put a towel in. You hydrate? You try and keep it a little bit warm?
It's just warm for me. It was just literally a spray jacket, then a really big jacket and a beanie. We used to buy $10 Uggies that would just be for that carnival.
Okay.
You could put wet sandy feet in them and you could throw them out at the end of the day.
Nice.
Anything to keep warm.
So much strength through their driver. Oh, sorry, the crewy right up on the front of the boat. Right. Strong. Now, positioning. Talk to me through this one. When we're punching through that wave, where do you need your crewy's weight? Because we saw a couple of times today when they got hit, they were nearly sort of flipping towards the driver's side.
They've been hit and bounced off it. They want to stick out their side because they want to push the front of the boat down. So we call it a punch position. So they'll go forward, most of them will put a knee under the spray dodger and then lean over and keep their head away from the boat. The boat might bend a bit, so you don't want to get hit in the head with the boat. So that's why you'll see the crewmen lean out to the side a little bit,
so it's a safety.
So they don't get hit by the boat.
Okay. Thank you for breaking that down. Dell on screen.
Back again now.
So how many times have you been in the water today, do you think?
These guys,
Every
a lot
race?
of times. There is a limit on races. It used to be 8, but now that there's 3 divisions, it's 12 races.
Okay.
So you saw the Kira guys. I think I saw Taya Domaraki do all 8 finals, or all 9 finals, because she drove and she patiented.
Spread the love.
So she's probably going to get a bit of rest in this Masters.
Spread the love, Taya.
She might get to get warm now. So
Yeah, there's not much of her. She definitely need to get warmed
and not
in.
wearing. I'd be in a 4-3 steamer if I had to get in that water, but she's got to drive, so she's in a short wetsuit.
But you know why she wears that? Because it's all sharkskin gear and it keeps her warm and comfortable.
The stuff that's on her is warm. She just needs more of it, I think. Cover the legs up. We're not having the women's teams. I'm assuming it's a straight final, so we're going into the Masters teams, and we have 2 semi-finals. Queenscliff, Kawana, Kira, Broadbeach, North Cronulla, Kurrawa and Thirroul in our first semi-final. And it looks like Kurrawa have a lead out there by a fair bit at the moment, followed by Kawana Waters. So Kurrawa still in the lead. Kawana might have taken over that lead there, and then we have, by the looks of it, Broadbeach in third, so a Queensland 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Only 2 semis, so there'll be 4 through.
So the guys off the finish line back onto the start line, some of them.
Would have gone straight in. So we've got our changeover now. We've got a couple of coaches going in. We've got the Broadbeach coach and the Kurrawa coach heading in for their race.
Just imagine how taxing on the mind this must be emotionally, because they've been switched on as a support crew for the last 3.5 days, and now they've got to switch into competitive mode.
Absolutely. A lot of them might have run around in a first round of the Opens, just to get a bit of a warm-up. One of the ones I like is if this Kurrawa crew can get through there. It's one that I'm keen to watch. He's back a bit at the moment, but it's a team's race. Scott Wheeler driving, second driver, both of his daughters as his patients. And it's the first year Ash has been out of race. She's only 15. So he's got both of his daughters, and the other driver is their godfather.
Oh, wow.
So
beautiful.
It'd be nice to see them get through. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. They will qualify for the final. So that's a bit of an emotional favourite for me, wanting to see those guys get through.
Asha is a character.
She absolutely is. She's been around these carnivals, and a lot of these little IRB kids have been. They were babies sitting in the boats waiting while we raced.
Yep.
And now they finally get to do it.
So Kawana Waters there, 1 rip and away. Just crewy just on the nose there. So in between the sets, quite comfortable for these guys to get in and out, but just when those bigger sets are coming through, we have seen just a little bit more carnage.
Did look a little bit more even than we had for the Opens, though. That kind of hit everyone that way.
And here we go, the last turn, so just coming in, great pickup. Tiny little left-hand support from the driver on the patient, and they are off.
So that's Broadbeach having a good lead in there.
Swift.
Nathan Fife was their first driver off. He's the coach down there at Broadbeach.
And a lot of the teams are talking about, this is like a family, but like some of these teams, literally is the same DNA. Wow.
Well, Kira's the same. Their families. I saw Homie just do a pickup on his son, and he was one of those little babies at the beach as well. He's only 15 too, so I think him and Asher was absolutely. But it's great to see these kids coming through, second generation of families coming through and loving the racing too.
It is so thrilling. It is so fast. It just, even like a lot of the standard surf sports people that I talk to, and you'd be the same as all. They're like, what's it like? I was like, until you've actually gone down there and heard it, felt it, smelt it, and just, it is truly amazing. And I've said it at nauseum over the last 4 days, but these are the fastest lifesavers in the nation.
Absolutely. If there's ever a rescue at my beach, I'm taking a boat. Taking a boat for sure. You're going to get out there first.
The most skilled, the most efficient, they're the ones that there's patrol captains here. There's, the guys that are looking after all the engines. You've got your IRB captains. They're across everything and just ensuring that we are at our first and foremost core function, which is life-saving and being rescue ready.
Absolutely. I know that when a team races, they're filling their patrols a lot easier with IRB drivers. If they've got a race team, they've got a lot more IRB drivers ready to go.
Yeah, 100%, because you've got to have that capacity on patrol. Top of the screen, we've got Kiama Downs making their way out. Thurul on that right-hand side got out nicely there as well, but the pace is coming through the middle at the moment.
So we're looking at Bondi going in first.
Yeah,
no, another two across. That might have been Caves. And
no, it's definitely Bondi in that first position. They're looking so strong. The black cap next to them. The Terrigal's probably in about 5th place at the moment, which has thrown us a little bit. And then the bottom, Miami.
Bondi back there. So that looks like it could be Caves Beach leading that in with Kiama Downs.
Oh, bit of airtime through there.
Yeah, I think that's Caves Beach and Kiama Downs leading that in.
Here we go.
We've had a thoroughly beached boat up here for Miami. He's going to have to chase them down. They're going to still be dragging while he's trying to get in.
But they're doing a good job
well.
there as well.
Get him out there. He might get in and get away from this.
So as soon as the driver's in, at what point does the handler need to let go?
New rules, they don't.
Oh, okay.
They can drive out of their hands. So it used to be as soon as the driver touches the boat, handlers had to let go.
That's what I thought it was.
Now, they were running with him. He was in the boat and they were still running that boat.
Which is good because that helps us with faster racing, right? So they're looking strong, but at the top, first one's coming back. It's going to be the Kiama Downs red team. Clinical in their approach. Caves Beach black in that secondary sport. Thurul next to them, so one more place available because I'm assuming this is a straight semi.
Straight semi.
So
that's Foz coming in for the win there. And Thurul will be happy because they dropped that mass, but now they've gotten through to the final of the teams.
Brighton. Looks like it might be that 4th one through. Brighton, South
Australia. That's 2 finals for them so far. I don't think we saw any South Australians in finals in the Opens.
Not off the top of my head, no.
Maybe an Aldinga Bay. But, yeah, it's good to see some South Australians get in there as well.
Can I shout out the Aldinga Bay crew at the moment? Solid energy on the beach.
So many of them too.
Yeah.
So many of them. It's great.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of talking with a few of them. Met Barnesy the other day, one of the biggest beards on the beach. And then also Trent.
Was it the dreadlocks that are coming down to the waist?
No,
is that Aldinga as well?
Yeah, that is Aldinga. That's Trent the legend. I don't know if he's actually racing because he copped a couple of stitches to the eyebrow yesterday.
Yeah, punched in the head in a patient pickup.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay,
yeah,
because he said there was concussion in there as well. So I think
he punched a bit hard. I was concerned at his dreadlocks getting caught in motors and that sort of thing. That was a concern for me.
No, he's too cool for that. Way too cool for that.
Oh, we're going to have a wave from Miami here. Geez, they got some air in that one. And
tucking in nice and low.
Kiama coming back for an easy win there.
Does it seem a little bit more choppy out there, like the wind's picked up?
Well, I mean, I felt it before. It felt a bit windy. I think, do you think we'll see a few more South Australians come into this now because it's their conditions? It's getting pretty cold. They might handle that cold a little bit more than the Queenslanders.
And the Caves boys there, they're just taking the boat back, so they're going to be...
But you know what? They're toasty because they've got SHARKSKIN jackets on.
Just cut the legs out. So Bailey and Flynn on the screen there from the Caves crew. Gold medalists for the relay. So next event we've got coming up is the females. Obviously, because that's what we're seeing on screen. We've got...
This should be the semi-finals of the Masters Women's Rescue, which I'll bring up now. We have 2 semi-finals, which is going to be interesting because it looks like I have 10 in the first semi-final.
Yep, a couple of extra cans dropped in, possibly.
Which is, they're not part of the string line, but they have the ability to drop an extra can if they need it. if there was a dead heat in a semi-final, they can drop an extra can in. But
and I think it's just saved us a bit of time there as well by not having to run the 3 semis, so they're off and away.
There's 10 in both.
Yep, so we've got Kiritime, Bondi, Kiama Downs, Aldinga Bay, Caves, Brighton, Bondi, Ocean Grove, Thirroul and Caves Beach.
It looks like Kiama first off the beach there, and that's Kathy Foster again.
So top 4 is going to be that number down at the bottom. I think it's Bondi out to a nice start there
Caves,
as well.
Beach, and it's so hard to see the caps. I think Bondi maybe.
Beautiful turns there through the middle. There goes KD.
Kiama's
Great pickup.
And I'm going to guess that that's Bondi coming in second.
Yeah, so Bondi looking really strong. Couple of nice tight turns.
And then maybe
through
a Caves Beach.
Yeah, Caves Beach would be in that third spot. And then at the top, it's going to be the Kira
Team A are going to be in that last spot into the final.
So that's going to be the top 4. And they are through to the Australian final for the Masters Surf Rescue. What do you call it?
We've always called it, back in the day, it was the straight rescue, but surf rescue, yeah, single rescue here as well.
That's one thing that frustrates me about IRB racing.
Too many names for things?
No, you just can't agree on what you call anything.
Well, each state has their own little things as well, I suppose.
Sort it out.
And I think there's some people from the throwback from what they used to be called to what they've changed it to.
Yeah, but there needs to be a new meeting or something to rewrite the Constitution, because sometimes it gets a little bit confusing. I like to refer to it as the straight because it makes me think that I sound cooler.
Well, straight is what it used to be. So I think you're through from that old school.
It's just who I get the information from. And it's usually old guys.
Talking to old people.
That's it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So there we go. So the next one's going to be heat number 2. Another 10 boats in there. Let's go.
Yeah, we've got 10 again.
So what have we got? Caves Beach, South Maroubra, Newport, Williamstown, Broadbeach, Kiama Downs, Williamstown B Team, Foster, Thirroul, and Kawana Waters.
So in the Williamstown in lane 7, they're the guys who won their mass by a fair bit. So I'd be looking at them in this race.
Now, dropping tide.
Kawana in lane 10.
Well, foot speed's going to be key here, right? Because the run out is going to be so... Well, look how far out they're going to have to go. If you don't have the foot speed, you're not winning this race. Or you're not even getting to the top.
And also handling. If they can bring you in a bit shallow, let you get in, and then drag you out, that's going to be a game changer as well for them.
Now, with the handlers, would you rather be too shallow to push out deep, or sometimes can you go too deep, but then they'll actually be dragging it back in and moving it if the water surges in?
Yeah, you never want to be trying to push back. But boats don't go well pushing backwards, so have it a bit shallow and risk it and drag out if you need to. Because they're running towards you, you can run away from them.
Numbers game, right? Just to minimise the risk. So we're off and away. Who have we got bottom? The rule working really strong, but you can only go as fast as your patient gets in the boat.
You've got Kawana in lane 10 here. That's Ash Domio.
Broadbeach, oh sorry, there's no surprise there. Broadbeach 18, look at this swell
Broadbeach
coming
18,
through.
that'll be Chantel Fife. A bit of waves in the middle there.
Yeah.
Kawana getting some air. So I think that top 2 might be Caves and South Maroubra in our screen.
Correct.
So Broadbeach A, Caves and South Maroubra. I think Chantel's won that a couple of times over the last couple of years in these Masters races. Caves Beach won it last year. Oh, that's the team, sorry.
But look at this, though. Look at the sheer distance. So the girl's going to get off. So it's going to be Chantel Fife taking this one out bottom. Might be Kawana Waters taking home that 4th spot. So Caves Beach.
Yep, Kawana. Oh, no, that's my Williamstown girl, Sarah Meehan. She's just coming.
You can't say that. You've got to be impartial.
I can. I'm wearing a Williamstown jumper, and I'm not afraid to say it.
Good on them. So they're going to make their way through to another Australian final here for the Surf Rescue, which will be coming up very, very shortly. 3:45. Can you believe it's so late?
I did not know that until it's actually made me sad to think we've got some finals to get through, and there's only so long that we can race in a day. So we need to get these done so these guys can have their gold medals.
And there'll be a few through there. So ladies making their way through. Chantel Fife getting through that transition. A couple of guys just wearing it on the nose, getting absolutely...
So we've got the boat that came 4th weren't even in screen then. They didn't get off the beach. So must have done super well in that turn and pick up to come back for that 4th place. Oh, you know what? We got done by the camera. It was Kawana Waters. Ash Domio got through, but she wasn't on the screen when we were calling it.
I think I said
apologies. We thought it was them because they were in front, but camera was on a different boat.
This is too good. This is way too good. So top 4. So confirmed from the previous race, it was the Bondi Usain Bolt, Masters Crew, Kiama Downs Red, Caves Beach White, Kira Team A, and now we're on to the boys straights, right? Or
yes,
the Masters
straight into the Masters Surf Rescue. We've got 3 semis going in here, so it'll be 3 through again.
That's tough.
8 starters, 3 through. See, they're making him run a bit far for me because that wave's going to get to him by the time he has to start it. Oh, Broadbeach, Nathan Fyfe straight into a wave.
Just trying to square that up to get out to the shore, but looks like it's Quins Mindari. They're leading us out there at the moment at the top.
That does look like Quins Mindari.
Yep, alley number 3, definitely Quins Mindari. Nice turn there, not too sloppy.
Miami up this end. Miami and Brighton, South Australia, closest to camera.
So nothing at the moment, but Quins Mindari flying through at the moment. It's going to be that Miami Beach team coming down that wave with Brighton next to them from South Australia, top 3. Solid beach, all the water's at the south of the beach here, so they're going to get out nicely. That is going to be your top 3, but we've had an absolute sniper there.
Broadbeach in for the 4th place, was it?
Oh, no, I think that maybe
Quins
Mindari sniped and fell out of the boat, fell out, had to stumble across.
That could let Thurul through for the 4th place.
Well, no, because we've got 3, right? So it's only top 3.
It's only 3.
Yeah, so I think hopefully Quins Mindari hasn't butchered that finish. No, I think they're okay. They know they are through, but again, tired legs at the end of the day.
And a very long run. Look at that. That's a lot longer than what the guys were doing this morning.
So fast. Now watch this turn there through the middle. Let's just keep an eye.
Is that Miami?
Yeah, Miami. That was okay.
Yeah.
But I think...
Here we go. Here's that Quins finish that you were talking about.
Over the top. Cut through. Bang.
I'm going to think that they're going to call that a DQ, that speed caused him to fall over. So the rule on those finishes being you can fall over as long as they don't deem that it was boat speed that made you fall over. If you fell in a pothole, it's fair game for anyone, but that one's going to be a questionable one to see whether they think that he fell over because the boat was going too fast.
Confirmation from the beach. Apologies for that, but we will be getting through the program. So I think the sunset here is at 5:58 tonight, so we've got time to burn.
Oh, it's time to burn. Time to burn. Let's do this. It's just going to be a quick turnaround. We're going to struggle here. Try and talk about these guys. All right, so we've got a couple of coaches in here again. We've got Karua coach. We've got Kiama coach.
President of Surf Life Saving Central Coast. In there as well. Matt Slattery.
Got some names in there.
Yeah. And again, like, these are the best lifesavers we've got on the beach or in the nation.
Well, I know last time in 2007 when we raced here, Foz was in for the gold in the rescue, open rescue, and fell over.
Can't do that in this race.
Didn't quite get out of his boat. But that's how long he's been doing it for.
And I'm sure he's really glad you brought that up. But they're leading it out at the moment.
I'll apologise later.
There's nothing well, there's no fall over at the start of this race. But point, lookout, I believe, looking strong. Queenscliff on that right-hand side, whipping around, no sliding there. So they're going to be in that 1, 2, 3.
We're on board with El Dinga then. Hopefully they're up in there. What are we looking at here?
Well, it's top 3 only,
top
right?
Top 3.
So Caves at the bottom of the screen. And again, they've all the deep waters at the bottom of the screen, and it looks like there might be clear cut now who the 3 is going to be. Queenscliff up and out and running. Karola and
Thurul? Is that? No, Bondi. I love when you see some white. I don't know who it is.
Caves. Oof. So heat number 3 coming up, or semi-final number 3, and then we are into the finals, right?
Yes, one more race and then we're going to turn straight around into the women's tube for the first gold medal of the Masters. think that you can see boats going everywhere. I think they really are trying to get this done so we can get this carnival done.
Yeah.
Get boats in and out there as quickly as possible in the turnarounds.
So nice start here for the guys, all clean and green water, which is what they want to see. It's tight. It's terrific. Pulling them in, and Caves Beach there, they got across comfortably in that first spot, actually. They were very, very fast through there. So will they feature again? We'll see. And the thing I do love about the Masters, especially in this, that the age bracket is so vast.
Yeah, over 35s.
So good.
When we first had Masters years ago, it was over 30s, and then they decided that's too young, made it 35s. In Queensland now, and I think maybe New South Wales, they do it too, they've got over 35s and over 45s, just to give some people a run. So you're going to see some guys come down here to Aussies. They were doing well at state, winning in over 45s, but now they've got to race the younger guys.
Do they do rookies in Queensland?
No.
So yeah, New South Wales have introduced that as well. So just for the first yearers.
That's it's a great initiative, because if you come to a carnival, you get one race. But if you're racing the rookies, you can potentially get some more and have that pressure of racing finals, which is a whole different thing. Yeah,
most definitely. That's what it's about, right? That retention and engagement and learning the skills. Oh, look at the pace through the middle there for the Terrigal Baja. I believe it might be. That was swift. Is there enough water underneath? No, there is not. Left-hand side there is, because they are absolutely flying out. But Queenscliff, so fast. Good program.
It might be North Canala up the top end of the beach, going into their turn already, going in first. Geez, haven't they been a standout this weekend, North Canala?
Yeah, and the confidence is there amongst the whole squad. You can see they're carrying themselves a little bit more differently on the beach. They feel like they belong there. They're proud. They're singing, they're high-fiving everyone. It's not just about being internal. They're sharing the vibes everywhere, and they're showcasing that again here.
Yeah. Well, they're not a new club to it. They've been doing. I raced them for years, and they were on podiums. My husband was actually talking to his cousin who has driven for North Cronulla. She's watching the live stream, going, "I want to come back. I want to come back and race," because of how good and how much of a good time could North Cronulla look like they're having. So shout out to Kate. She wants to come back and race, get back in these Masters, Kate.
And whilst we're talking about them, 100 years of the club this year as well.
Yes.
So a solid celebration from them. So we're hoping that they
now,
can
is it a different cap, or is it just got 100 years on the, or is it slightly different to what it normally looks like?
No, just got 100 years.
Just got 100 years?
Yeah, they didn't.
I only say that because it looks exactly like the Surfers Paradise 100 years cap.
Yeah, that was frustrating.
Yeah, that would have been hard for you.
Yeah.
So they've had the same cap for 100 years. That's good. I like it.
Yeah. And I guess they were copied once, and then that got changed. So across the line, finals package.
So was that? Hold on a second. This gentleman we're seeing on screen there. Did he win the rescue? But he's a master. Is that the same guy?
Stand by.
I'm just going on memory of what he looked like.
No,
not him. Maybe just a
rugged, good-looking man from North Cronulla. That's Joel Eaton, and along with Sam Freeman as his crewie, and then Lucy Green was in the boat.
All right, so we need to set again now. Everyone's setting their tubes. We're going into this. Wait, am I ahead of myself? Was that?
No.
We still got another heat?
No. We are on.
We are on.
For the first of the finals here for the Australian SHARKSKIN IRB Championships. South River Golden Girls, Kira Team A, Caves Beach White, Newport Unsupervised Adults, that's fun, Caves Beach Black, Kiama Downs Red, Bondi Boat Hair Don't Care, and Caves Beach Maroon is the start list. A few moments' time, we will be crowning our Australian champion. Any hot tips?
Hot tips? No idea. I'm going to go with Caves, Bondi, and then Caves were our medalists last year in this race. We do have two Caves in this. I don't know if they're the same team makeup, but there's two Caves in there, and there's also Bondi. So potentially we've got the podium from last year in this race. I don't know if they're the same teams.
We will see, because the semi-final saw the Kurrawa A-team, Nobbies, Kurrawa and Caves in that order in semi-final number 1. North Cronulla ladies took out the heat number 2 along with Bowen Heads, 13th Beat and Kira.
I think you might have the
Come on,
opens.
Harold.
Yeah, I was looking at the final list going, I don't see any of those names.
What am I doing? My best is what I'm doing.
Here we go. You've got ready for a start there. And again, we're seeing a staggered crew of boats because this start's going to be very interesting. So I'll never go past Kathy Foster in Kiama. I don't know what her swimmer's like, but just such a good technician in the boat. Kira seemed to be able to do no wrong at the moment, so they're going to be up there too, I think. And then we've got our defending champions of Caves Beach.
Yep. So Caves Beach in the semi-finals. What did we have? They were first in heat number 1 and first and second in heat number 2.
Was that in the tube, was it? Because definitely in the Masters, in the mass they did that too. Oh, here we go. Yes, and they won it by a fair bit. I've got to remember back to 10 minutes ago when this happened.
It is tough. You're like a goldfish when you're in here.
Both the Caves Beach won by a fair amount. Caves Beach Black, their pickup looked cleaner than Caves Beach White. So that's going to be my tip, Caves Beach Black over Caves Beach White.
And look how much water's in there now. So they've obviously just moved the start line down a little bit further towards that dropping tide. Nikki Murrell there on screen.
Okay, we'll wait for you, Cookie.
Just waiting for final changes. But again, the moving tide, boats need to be in the right place, patience everywhere. Like, communication is key in these events.
Absolutely. And just having a team you trust. Someone holding your boat that you trust that they're going to put it in the best position possible for you.
Did you have a favourite handler?
I did. I actually did a deal with one of the male crewmen. I'd handle all of his, he'd handle all of mine, so it's always consistent, and I always knew that that person was going to handle my boat. Shout out Sean Leith, always had it in the perfect spot.
Whilst we're in this downtime, do you remember that time when someone got you off the line very poorly and you said never again? And told me who the name was?
Are you saying a specific time, or it has happened and I can say who it was? Yes, I have been dredged. Luckily it was in a quarter-final, I was able to come back, but it's a very angry time when someone else causes that to your race, so don't ever want to be that person.
Sorry, it doesn't cut it sometimes, right? So off and away, first final here, the Masters Female IRB Tube Rescue. A couple of the boats getting nice and deep. Someone just tripping there on that line. That's the Bondi crew, just trying to hold their feet, knees high. But at the top,
Caves in the middle.
Kira A-team as well. That is
Caves Black, they killed their semi.
But it needs to have a strong swimmer. Oh, Caves just getting pumped. They're out of the shot now at the moment. That might be their race.
Caves Maroon, though, so they were second in their semi-final. Coming in for that drop-off. Caves didn't have their best drop-off I've seen. She's gone in only 5th after that drop-off. Trying to count across cans to see. Looks like Caves Beach Black.
So no throw of the arm.
Didn't throw, but they are on their way back. So that's Caves Beach Black on lane 5. But we've got, chasing them, we've got Kira A-team.
Yeah, no, the move's coming at the bottom for me. So that was the Caves Beach Maroon team that got absolutely pumped off the line. They were the last ones out by a long way. They were out of shot by the time everyone was nearly at that first can.
Wow.
And
so
they're possibly going to make their way through.
Caves Beach Black.
Can they do a 1-2?
They're in, they're gone. And 1-2 cut. Oh, still stuck on that can.
Oh,
that's what happened to them in the semi too, so it could open the door for Kira to take that silver medal.
Not going to matter though, because
Caves Beach Black.
Caves Beach Black is making it gold. That is an absolutely amazing finish there for them. Another gold medal to the Hunter branch, and that's Nikki Murrell claiming that win for the club.
It is a shame on that Quinella. That was a hell of a swim by Caves Beach Maroon, but just not quite right on that pickup.
I think the white from Caves Beach has got a bit of cheering at the top side as well. They might have got into a silver medal position.
Everyone kind of got stuck on that can. We had Caves Beach Black away and no one else coming in.
So would you call this the most technical race that we've got in the program?
I think a lot can go wrong. And also it comes down, like, you do all that work for the swimmer. The swimmer works so hard, bust the gut to do it. You've got to do everything right because they've just worked so hard. There's nothing worse than doing all that work and then the driver stuffs something up. That was always my fear.
So heavy long legs, and like you said at the bottom, so that was that Caves Beach Maroon team. They were thereabouts. They were going to be on the podium.
Textbook pick up from Black, and then just a bit of a stumble from the Maroon team.
Too easy.
Having time to do the big claim before she crosses the line.
Smiles on dials for the Caves Beach Black crew. They're going to be the Australian champions. Solid result for them. We're going to chop and change boats out of the water, back into their alleys.
Potentially some patients doubling up here too, because tube patients are very specific. You can't just throw anyone in there. So,
and that's the thing too. I always thought it would be someone light, but not necessarily. If you can kick and move the water, and you can pull yourself in the boat, you're in.
Absolutely. We had a tube kicker who was a water polo player.
Oh wow!
And he was twice the height of myself and the swimmer, but geez, he could kick.
So what is it, 15 metres back, is it? 25? 25 metres back.
being towed. So we've got this Kira A team down here in this final. They didn't win their semi, but Spencer Moncrief has won an open Australian title for the tube.
Yeah, wow.
Not too long ago.
Crazy. So start this.
I say 17.
9 years ago, that's a fair while ago. So Queenscliff, Bondi, Kira, North Cronulla, Broadbeach, Kurrawa, Thurrool and Foster. That is the final for
we had Bondi and Kurrawa take out the 2 semis.
Starters' hands. So Bondi, Queenscliff, Broadbeach, Foster took out semi-final number 1. And then it was Kurrawa, Kira, Thurrool and North Cronulla.
No, the whole line.
So this is, the course judges are, I guess, nightmare just trying to ensure that that string is still taut. And it's fair, and especially with this type of racing as well, if there's a tiny little bow in the line and you've got a 2 metre disadvantage.
Start line or the line out in the cans?
Either. Like it's could be the difference between you getting out of your first heat, semi-final, even Australian medal.
Absolutely. You want to be given the best chance. You want to be having an even chance to everyone else, and that's why the starters, you see them holding it for a while sometimes as well. Everyone wants a fair, even race. Yeah,
you just want your best opportunity to be able to showcase the skills that you've been working in.
Absolutely. Have we got a boat missing here in a lane?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe you think one of those snipers got him? A bit of a hammy or something happened?
Possibly, we'll see, but the vibes are high. You can just hear the music pumping in the background.
The opens are starting the party. We can't even hear ourselves in here. There's music going past.
But we need it because the energy needs to be firing. Now, earlier today, we saw Connor with that quick changeover on the. That was truly amazing. How did that look on the screen?
Oh, it looked great. Like we started explaining it before you guys went and explained it. So I was just right that I was just happy that I said the same thing as Benny G, because he knows what he's doing. But yeah, very lucky in a big crew like that you've got people who know what they're doing to sort out any problem, to sort it out quickly.
So the props on screen there.
Well, they must have been told to bring the boats in for a wait. You don't want to be standing out there cold and floating your boat. If you can bring it back in, and we've got a crew up the top even draining their boat, making sure it's got no water in it. You don't want a heavy boat. If you've got the time, you're going to do that. If they wait any longer, you might see some crews start their motors, because in this cold weather, they get cold, they might not start. So you want to start it, warm it up.
Just keep it running a little bit to just ensure that when you're ready to fire it over.
Go. Yeah. Especially in cold weather like this, they tend to get a bit tight. Be nothing worse than running down to your boat starting and it doesn't start.
We saw that a few times today in the open finals, and also yesterday in the 23s. So the squad from Thurrool on screen there. Bit of compression calf action just to minimise the damage of already damaged
calves
parts.
Weren't enough, I don't think. He's then got tape over the top of it.
Yeah. Body
falling apart.
So Andrew
He
Turner
was racing in the 90s, so
it's still getting through.
It's been a long time.
So we get Andrew Turner, Bryson Crick. So what we're going to do now, talking about IRBs, we're going to see what is actually in an IRB. Check out what we made earlier.
Oh, really? We're going to go to that?
We're on.
Oh, I'm keen to see this. We've got a patient floating out.
IRB,
Oh,
inflatable rescue boat, rubber ducky. What is it? Let's break it down. Grab handle. This is for our crewies to ensure that they're safe. We've got the handles on the side, foot straps on the inside. Again, safety is paramount. On the inside, we've got the fuel bladder running on 2-stroke. But where does all the power come from? This baby right here. 25 horsepower, getting up to some extremely fast speeds. Prop at the back. And what's going to happen is when these guys are out in the water, they are the fastest of the lifesavers you will see in the nation. Let's go on.
Okay, we are ready for a start in this first of the Masters finals.
Ish. Start ish.
Second of the Masters finals. We missed one. I saw the women's. Now we're on to the men's.
So one team scratching.
Yeah, it looks like there's an empty lane there.
No. Oh, they just moved the boat up. So, okay, let's talk to that then. So, tactics. The Kurrawa team have moved their boat probably right to the edge of the precipice of being in the next lane.
So you have a line for your lane on either side. You can start your boat wherever you like within that lane as long as you're still partial boat inside the lane. And there might be better water over there.
Yeah, and I think it's compounded by the Thurul guys being
on the other side.
Yeah, the far south as well.
So it could be a big pit of potholes through that section and everyone's noticed it and gone, let's get away from it.
Yep, again, minimising the damage or just finding some deep water early.
Absolutely.
Early deep water means fast racing, right?
Absolutely. The goal would be to have your driver get in an ankle depth and the crewman drag them through into enough water for the motor to start.
Yeah, okay. Which happens in the space of, what, 0.8 seconds or something?
Yeah,
That's not always in unison.
It does take a while to start the motor, even though it looks really quick. They've got time to drag it out.
So here we go, bottom of the screen, Thurul trying to find some deep water, but it didn't matter because up in the middle of alley number 4, it is the North Cronulla has been surely pumping out, but what have we got? Queenscliff flying at the top.
It's like North Cronulla and Broadbeach, or is that Kurrawa, Broadbeach, then North Cronulla?
Oh, it's all of them because they're all in the water now, nice and clean. Foster with some work to do, that might be it for them for this final. But the swimmers are now in, so 25 metres out, 25 metres back.
So closest towards us coming to the can there, that's Kurrawa. They got second at state. They're clipping up now. Next to them, Broadbeach are also clipping up. So it looks like Kurrawa leading, Broadbeach in second. Up the other end, maybe Kira.
So they've still got the 10 cans out there at the moment, if I've counted that correctly.
I am looking at Kurrawa coming in for this pickup and Kira. And this was a very tight race between them at state. So Kurrawa and Kira. Kurrawa completing their pickup on their way in and Kira straight behind them.
The Kurrawa holding on to that lead at the moment. They've got one hand
You can see all those
grasping on
open
that
guys
goal.
cheering for him in there.
So one hand grasping at the moment. Can they get across the line? Sprinting across, not even going to have to dip. There's a double fist pump, triple fist pump because a gold medal is going home to the Kurrawa crew.
Awesome, that was a great race. That was awesome in the water, having so many people swimming together.
The coach's time to shine, right? The old boys that are helping out, doing all the heavy lifting, doing all the handling. Alex there on screen, been racing all day.
Absolutely.
Kicking with no wetsuit.
Yeah, and that kid's got no fat on him either. He's going to be freezing. We got that was nice to see then. Kurrawa and Kira first and second, but hugging each other on the beach afterwards.
So
We're all friends at the end of the day.
Yeah, so Joe Alamo, James Callahan and Alex Shepherd, your Australian champions. 3 in a row, possibly?
I don't know.
He was claiming something. We'll find out what that was. But
Well, let's see who won it last year. Masters Tube was won by Kurrawa last year, so potentially.
it's got to be 3
Yes,
in a row.
and in 24. So 3 in a row for that Kurrawa team. Maybe driver and crew, maybe another. That patient looked pretty young. He might be a new patient.
And there were the decisions on screen we were talking about earlier. So, you know, you've got the opportunity.
Turn.
Try and hit sides, but look at this. So I'm assuming the course is a little bit unfair through the middle because we had 2 spare alleys in the middle for
That was that gap we were seeing, and maybe that's where those potholes were. So they're just going to... I'd rather them have them drop it and not have to race in a bad lane like that.
Look at the claim, look at the fist pump. Congratulations to the crew from Karawa. Another gold medal going home to the powerhouse club there on the Gold Coast.
Pretty happy. That's his best mate. Just won a gold. Godfather to his kids. They used to race together in the 90s.
Is this going to be a sign of things to come over the next few moments?
What's that?
Karawa just dominating, getting through. That was an unbelievable finish there. So the podium's going to be Karawa A team is the gold medalist. Kira Team A also on the podium with the silver, and the North Cronulla has-beens on the podium. Then rounding out Broadbeach, Bondi, Queenscliff, Thurrool and Foster. And a big congratulations to the team of Joel Armo, Jimmy Callahan and Alex Shepherd taking home.
All right, we've got 9 in our final of the Masters Mass Rescue. We had Williamstown take out semi number 1, South Maroubra semi number 2, and Kathy Foster Kiama Downs in semi number 3. So realistically should be the ones to watch unless it's conditions affect them.
So it's all going to come down to the fast feed, and it just feels like that Kathy, just with the height and the sheer advantage of being able to run out that little bit deeper.
She's got a lot shallower boat too on lane 1 down there. Is that
Williamstown, your mate? She's going to be thereabouts as well. I think your mate's there from Williamstown, shot out through the middle as well, but it's going to be...
Hit it, Sarah.
So not too much in at the moment.
Bronze medal in this race last year, so we'll be looking to go forward. We've got Chantel Fife closest to screen there from Broadbeach. She won this race last year.
And then on board
and
with...
then Caves Beach, is it down the end there? Oh, that's Kathy Foster. So we've got Kiama, then Kawana and Broadbeach.
So they're going to go out again one more time, Mass Rescue. It's the time for them to execute one more time. One pull, not a little bit of churn there.
Too shallow, it's left the door. I think that's Kawana Waters, Ash Domio.
Oh. They got absolutely slaughtered on the back there, so that's it for Kiama Downs. So Kawana Waters holding onto that lead at the moment with Williamstown chasing them ultra closely from behind. Broadbeach with some work to do. We need 2 perfect turns with 1 perfect pick up on that last one. And Kawana Waters, don't tell me they're going to be an Australian champion in a matter of moments.
She's racing in opens way back when. She was a Queensland state team member, always up and about. Now come back to Race Masters and take out a gold medal.
And you can just see the exhilaration from the crewie and this swimmer just screaming out, going, go, 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 because our winner is going to be Ash Domio along with, the rest of the family in there.
Oh, she's got the family in there?
Yeah, basically, everyone's going to be in there. So Amy Lee Domio as the crew, then we've got Maddie Domio and Lara.
Sisters, and their Ash's husband is also in the men's race. So this is sisters having a hug now.
You can't buy moments like this, can you?
And also, what was great to see is Williamstown crossing the line in second. Absolutely stoked, jumping up and down, doing the claim for a silver medal. Got a bronze medal last year, so it's an improvement.
Next year, 2027?
Absolutely.
Gold.
Take it, Sarah. I'll have to tell her that.
Oh, she would know. 100% she would know.
She's got to go for the gold.
Oh, beautiful. Look at the ladies. What a finish to their carnival so far. A couple of races left, but they are number 1. They are the Australian champions for the Masters in the female mass rescue. And it was all on the start. It was all on the start. They got out nicely. It was consistent.
Yep.
Minimalising the errors. They got out clean. They were the first ones out. They nailed most of the turns, but there wasn't any big errors. And unfortunately here, like Kathy Foster, they had the nice changeover. And if we see this next one, they dredged a little bit, then got absolutely slaughtered on this wave, just closed out hard.
And just under, and nowhere to go.
Boat speed gone, that's your race, done and dusted. And unfortunately, that happens, but that is why we love surf, right?
It's the same as when you're talking about surf swimmers. You swim in the pool or you swim in the surf and it's more fun, but it can break your heart. And surf can break your heart. IRB racing too.
No hearts broken there for the Kawana Waters crew. They'll be telling these stories for a little while. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Congratulations, ladies. Perfect finish there for them. So we're going to go from the tubes for the females mass into the male mass. Correct? Look at this.
And we had 3. Oh, look, that looks beautiful, but it does look cold.
It does look cold.
I'm glad I'm up here in a tent and in a big jacket.
What a way to finish off Australian titles. This picturesque and beautiful afternoon.
All right, so we've got our Masters mass. I'll let you do the results first.
Yeah, we'll go through that. So the results, so the Kawana Waters team, other gold medalists and Australian champions, Williamstown Swimming and Lifesaving Club is the B team. All of your mates getting it done. And then the Broadbeach A team also on the podium another time. And it was just a little bit unfortunate there for the Kiama Downs team. South Maroubra gallant. And then the Caves Beach Cruise in that 6, 7, 8 position. But it was all about Kawana Waters for that final.
All right, and we had 3 semis in this men's mass, so we've got a final of 9. So there's no dropping those bad lanes when we've got a final of 9.
That's it. So starters hands 9. 3 medals, 6 placings for points.
It's all about the points. You've got to make that top 6. Making your finals not enough.
So away, nice and clean. Let's check the depths of these boats. The guys are getting those knees nice and high. You've got to see the proper weighting. These are proper life-saving skills. Couple got in that early deep water.
It looks
Kira.
like Karawa. Karawa and 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, Karawa and I want to say Kira.
Yeah, with the Ali's, it looks like it was Kira. They had a nice start through there. So first pick up for the mass. It's going to be clean. A little bit wide there for the crew in the middle, but we've got
Kira, then Karawa, and up at the top end, Broadbeach. So all Queensland, along with a second Karawa team. So top of the beach, we've got the top 4.
So not too much in at the moment. So the Karawa A team in that 3rd spot. It's going to be Brighton. Going to be thereabouts as well. Geez, that is so shallow through there. A little bit of water underneath. Is it going to be enough?
Going to get them off.
But at the top, the Broadbeach A team has absolutely streeted that field. Everyone's just getting stuck. The water just sucked out underneath. They all got
Nathan Fife, who's not only the coach at Broadbeach, but he's also high up in Queensland Surf Lifesaving.
So what we saw then, Broadbeach was the only team that actually beached it in a little bit of deep water. Everyone else got stuck on the bank because the water just sucked out too quick, and they were all in the same boat. 2nd,
3rd and 4th are now running 7th, 8th and 9th. Because they just pushed it too hard in that transition.
Decisions made, medals won, and your Australian champion is going to be the Broadbeach A team. Comfortable. Look at this. Oh, and he's claiming it too. A bit of gyro action. Love to see it.
We need Sportsbet to get on there and give a bit of money for every arrow claim we've had at this carnival.
Oh, and at the bottom, what have we seen?
Grabbing the hamstring. That's the rule. Running through and then grabbing the hammy afterwards. Hope he's all right if he's got some more races to go.
But I think that sprint would have put them on the podium because it did look like the rule possibly in 2 and the Kiama Downs black team in that silver medal position. That was absolutely diabolical for that second changeover on that transition. I don't know how many boats just got stuck on that shallow sand, but the team that did it was the Broadbeach crew. Take us through it. The pace come from the top, right?
Well, maybe they all had better water up in the first 4 lanes, but not in the turnaround.
Yeah, it was crazy. So that 4th position there, that was the Kira A team, was going to be in that prime spot. They're leading it at the moment. Broadbeach at the top, down at the bottom was the Karawa A team. And here is this. Look how deep all these boats are. They've come into the heavy water.
Broadbeach is. He's already out there and gone.
Yeah, and this was everyone else.
Spencer's stuck sitting on sand.
Along with everyone else.
Yeah.
Geez, that would have been exciting to watch on the beach. Hands through here would have been everywhere.
Absolutely, you would have been looking, going, I think we've got this, and then just a whole lot of sand covered off your prop. Ended up being an easy win from what was a close race.
Yeah, so good. So the Broadbeach A team taking home the gold medal. What a finish. A bit of a gyro claim, and that's what we want to see. It makes the vibes high. And we're going to go down with our Australian champions and Sam Jordan.
It's a
Thank you very much, Harold. It's great to be down here on the stand with our newest Australian champions of the carnival. Broadbeach, congratulations. You've taken out the Masters Mass Rescue. Firstly, this is what it's all about. How does it feel? You've done it.
Oh, it's so good to get the gold, to do it with this crew. We worked hard all week and all weekend. It's great to be here and get the gold.
A fitting reward, and also a fitting reward for an outstanding IRB club as well. But guys, I just want to ask you too, what's it like racing in this atmosphere at the moment? With no doubt you guys watching the surf start to pick up over the last half an hour. What were the nerves like going into the water?
Oh, you see those waves pick up, the broader crew get excited. Surf's what it's all about, hitting those waves hard and coming home. It's awesome.
Coming home and coming out with the gold medal as well. Broadbeach, congratulations guys, taking out the Masters Mass Rescue.
Coming out, hitting it hard is what they did. That was dominant. So what have we got now?
We're going to line up for the Open Women's, so the Masters Women's Teams race. Now, just on numbers, it's a straight final of 6. These guys haven't raced yet. They're going straight into a final. So this is going to be probably pretty tight between these guys. We've got your big name clubs there. We've got Kiama, Bondi, Thirroul, Williamstown, South Maroubra and Caves Beach. Look at those New South Wales teams. One Victorian, all the rest are New South Wales.
None of your mates from Queensland? Or do you still claim Victoria?
Oh, Williamstown. I live in Queensland, but I'm Williamstown. I'm Williamstown through and through.
Do you know how much petrol is there at the moment? No?
No.
Not that local?
Not that local. No, you know what? I know that I live in the warm. I love living in the warm. But they can train down there and race, and I'll cheer them on.
That's it. Train cold, stay hard is what it is. So 6 here for this team's rescue. Guns up. Out, off and away. That was on screen was the Thirroul ladies having a look around, trying to find the boat as fast as possible. The Kiama Downs red team were going to be there. 1 pull, 2 pull, nothing there of on offer for them. But it was Bondi again.
Oh, look at that wave. We've had turn and run. That's jacked up more than we've seen all day. I think that's the biggest wave of the day.
Easily. We have not seen that all championships.
And that's just left Bondi to do it by themselves. Just make sure of this pickup, Bondi.
So Bondi Thirroul just slid out a tiny little bit there, but it's going to be the team, so we're going to have to go again. We are up, out, clearing the way. Bondi 1, Thirroul in 2. Kiama Downs, again, just having no luck with the waves today. Shooting over the top of this one. Look at all this white water. We haven't seen that much white water.
Another leg. Let's see if another wave like that picks up, though, and see what this second crew from Bondi can do with it.
So tagging through.
To do this right.
Just how fast the water's there sucking out just as we get to that bottom tide. Making sure of it, just trying to find some sort of water in there. Thirroul into...
Looks like they're going to get a clear run out, though.
Yeah, season parted for them. Congratulations. What a run. They were the first ones in the boat. They were just able to get out in front of that set that came through. So the Bondi Pony... What's their official name? The Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club. Bondi Pink Pony Club. Make sure of this.
Yeah, they may as well keep on dancing because you guys are going to want to beat the Pink Pony Club because you are very shortly going to be crowned the Australian champions for the team's rescue. Same as the last race.
We've got Thirroul in there for second, I think, fighting out with South Maroubra.
But where? Look at this. This is a cut and paste from that last race.
It's hard to commentate from a TV screen. You can't see anyone.
Nah, and another claim. Let's go.
We have got to hit up Sportsbet for some money for these claims.
Unbelievable work. Bondi, they are claiming it.
Ground.
They are cuddling. They are full of excitement and all the jubilation. South Maroubra possibly in that secondary spot as well.
Third bronze medal in this race last year. Stepping up for the gold. They'd be stoked.
Now, I want to see where the Thirroul ladies finish because, again, they had one hand on that silver medal. Did they have enough execution through the back end of that race and to get through? But don't worry about that silver medal because at the moment, this is all about the Bondi ladies taking home the gold medal for the team's rescue.
Absolutely. The whole team's down there hugging it. So that's kind of North Cronulla-esque right down there. They're pretty stoked. Whole team down there hugging everyone.
They're absolutely pumped. So, led by Nixie Cright, pushing for more women to be involved in this sport, especially in the Sydney branch. And then when you've got a crew like this, good things are always going to happen, I should say. Bondi.
Stoked to be that second driver in the teams. I don't think there's an easier race they've ever done.
No, definitely not.
No wave in front of them. All they had to do was go through the motions. They had such a big lead.
Are those shorts brighter than my jumper? We'll soon find out, but we're going to go down to Sam Jordan on the beach with our victorious winners from Bondi.
And right in the middle of the celebrations as well, Harold, thank you very much. Bondi winning gold in the Masters teams race. We have to start by talking to Christy because I actually think that was the biggest set that we have seen come through so far in this weekend. What were you thinking when you saw it pop up?
I am known for jumping waves, so commit, hold it strong.
Was there any thought about turning back at all in that moment?
Absolutely not. No, never do, never will.
And the payoff is gold as well. It has helped Bondi win this gold medal. You can see the camaraderie too of what it means to all of you. Guys, how special is it to win an Australian title?
Oh, amazing. And we've had such a hard year at Bondi. Yep. It's been a difficult time. And this is the team rallied together and brought it home for everyone at Bondi. So to everyone at Bondi and our club and our team, this is a team medal. This is an absolute Bondi team medal. Yeah.
And this is our coach, by the way.
Well, certainly leading from the front. Congratulations. This is such a special result as well. Enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you.
You could tell there was definitely something a little bit more about that gold medal there for the Bondi ladies, but we're going to stop on that because we cannot stop because we are on to the next final. The males are now up.
All right, who are we looking at? I think we're looking at either Kara or Kwana leading that out. It's hard to tell from here.
Kara, well, let's just call it Kara at the moment. And
I think it may be.
Yeah, 100% it's Kara. Look how tight that is on that.
Well, that's he won the tube, Joe Alamo, so he's out there and
a little bit wide.
That looks like it is Kiama Downs.
Yeah, so Kiama Downs next to them.
Chasing him down.
And then Broadbeach working at the top.
Broadbeach and lane
sets
one.
coming through at the moment. This is what we're going to watch on this transfer and the changeover.
Let's see if they've learnt from that mass race and not going to puck their boats up so far.
So Kiama Downs team just trying to keep themselves on that podium. Foz getting out there. Still a very, very fast runner.
It's going to be Foz versus Scott Wheeler, which was done for years and years and years.
Yeah, the engine at the top. Who's that going to be? Broadbeach. Are they going to find the deep water? No, they're not, because it looks like it might be Kiama Downs and Karawa.
Scott Wheeler.
So Karawa in that secondary spot. This is a race in three at the moment. Talk us through the change. It needs to be perfect.
All right, Foz has nailed that. Scotty's got caught up on the can. Foz has nailed that. He's got that coming home. Lane one, Broadbeach has also got caught on their can.
What is going on?
Foz is the only one who's dealt with that pressure, and he's absolutely nailed it.
So Kathy's had all the bad luck, and then the season just parted for Foz, but it's all been a clinical execution.
That was execution on the cans, that was. Scott Wheeler for second, and is that North Cronulla for the bronze medal?
Yeah, possibly. No, I think it might be Thurul. Thurul's already beached. They go Thurul, possibly on the podium.
Looked like a white cap. Find where it was.
So Kiama Downs, red team taking home another medal. Look at these two. I thought this guy stopped racing.
He did. A million years ago.
And then he started...
Well, hey, if you're going to jump in a team's race with Foz, you gave him a good lead too.
So straight from the fish league onto the start line. That's what it's all about. And these championships, it has so many different avenues for you to participate.
Is he the crew? It must have been. He was a crewman.
So the Masters male teams. Yeah, Strongy was the crew on that. So we had Alex Ranford and Nathan Foster as the drivers, and the two crew were Strongy there on screen and Cam McInerney. So look at this. The one thing I did love here, just again, Foz knows his stuff. He's been here long enough. He pushed that boat out just that little bit more. Probably getting an extra 2 to 3 metres. They were off and away.
Absolutely. Like, he had the lead coming into this, but he just nails the turn and pick up where everyone else had a slip.
So good. And then Foz was in. He's one of the fastest runners in the Masters. Nice claim through there. But one thing that we're going to see is the New South Welshman that had the win on Wednesday for the Interstates, and now the Kiama Downs crew is down here with Sam Jordan.
Yeah, that's right. The celebrations, well, they're underway as well. Kiama Downs, one of the proudest clubs on the beach here today. You certainly felt that with the noise, guys. What does it mean to take another Australian title out?
Oh, mate, the team's race is everything. I'm just a substitute, but these guys have been doing it hard for the last couple of years, and they smashed it today.
I'm glad you said it. Aren't you supposed to be retired?
Yeah, mate. We had Scotty flew a Hemi at the start in the mass, and they drove me off the official line. So here I am.
Australian titles are made of special stories like this, guys. Congratulations on another very special gold medal for Kiama Downs.
That's a wicked story. I love it. I love it.
Can you please put down the notepad and the clipboard, because we need you on the start line. Look at this. What a place and spot to be this is.
2 more races to go.
Is it?
2 more races to go. We have the women's rescue now, followed by our men's rescue, our 2 fastest races, and we'll be off this beach and done before the weather and the darkness comes in.
There is no darkness and there is no weather, because it has been sunshine, rainbows and lollipops for the last 4 days here at the SHARKSKIN Australian IRB Championships. 2 races to go. The straight is coming up, the surf race is coming up. It is the same thing. It is the fastest race where all of your errors are compounded.
Absolutely. It's our 100-metre sprint. It's our dash for cash. No mistakes. No chance to make it up in a transition, or if you're a fast runner in that, you've got to get it right from the start.
So does that make it one of the hardest races to win?
I think it is. I always found it to be, it's the biggest one for your head too, because something happens in your mass or your teams, you've got a chance to bring it back. You make a mistake in the rescue, it's gone.
Gone. Yep. How many of these have you won?
Don't know. I had a run for a while there where I was like, I can't win a rescue. My head's not good enough. And then I did 3 in a row and I went, maybe I can win a rescue. So I think it was a mindset thing. On the line going.
We'll think about that earlier with North Cronulla. A mindset thing.
Yep.
Never out of the first round in, 10 years or so?
Absolutely.
Quit the sport, only got back in the boat in round 4 of the New South Wales series this year.
I can't fathom that someone who's been in a boat for 2 weeks together can win it on a pickup, which is teamwork and working together. So they gelled pretty quickly, obviously, when they got in a boat together.
Well, they probably haven't got any bad experiences to refer back to, right? Because they've got a clear mind. There's no demons about, oh, remember that last time we did this, make sure we don't do that again.
There's no pressure.
There's no pressure at all. Because they don't know what they can do. So the patients are in for the second last time. The unsung heroes, actually they're not unsung, because everyone knows that if we don't have patients, we don't have this event.
But they can. I hate it when I hear patients say, I'm only the patient. A patient maybe not be able to win the race for them, but a patient can definitely lose the race for you, and they can make you pick up faster.
Wait, talk to me through that.
So patients always kind of say, I'm only the patient. And maybe the patient can't win a race for you, but they can lose it.
All right, let's find out who's going to win this one, because we've got a couple of races left. We're going to have the Akira A-Team, Kiama, Kawana Waters, South Maroubra, Caves, Bondi again, Caves Beach Black and Broad Beach.
We've had Caves Beach Black and Bondi winning the semis.
So off and away. Surely the ladies aren't going to get the waves of the day. Bit of water coming through under the boats. Who's going to be the first one in? A couple of the deep ones are in there. One pulling away. Bondi still holding on to that.
That is
number 3. That's Kawana Waters. One more time. Tucked in. Next to them is going to be...
again.
So Kawana Waters in 1. Caves Beach White in 2. That is what we've got at the lead.
Oh, yeah, Caves Beach.
Caves, great turn there. Kawana Waters.
Come down to this pickup.
Caves Beach.
Caves Beach.
Who's got the foot speed though? But Caves Beach White team is absolutely flying at the moment. That's Jane Feely Boyle in the boat. Caves holding on, shooting over the top of this way.
Bondi in 3rd.
Sprint finish, all the waters there. You love a deep finish.
That was clean and nice. 1 straight away. Oh no, that's she's done the switch. They've had an electrical problem. That motor was still on. She went back to it and said the switch is off. So no fault of her own. She's had a kill switch not work. That's devastating.
Because that means that's it.
That's done. That's she's
faulty
out of the
equipment.
boat with a motor. It doesn't matter that it wasn't her fault. The motor was on. because she even went back to it. She looked at it and she yelled out, she switched it off. So
we didn't even talk about this as possibly being something that could go wrong in this race. We spoke about not missing the start, missing the turn, missing the pickup.
Her finish was so clean. Like, she got out cleanly and really well when she got out. Problem is the guys are going to have to, if they've got a team in the men's final, they can't run that motor just in case. So, that's devastating. That hands the win to Ash Domio from Kiwana Waters.
Wow. The drama, the emotion.
You hate to see they're calling for a vote now. They're in all sorts, Caves Beach.
So great pick up there from Kiwana Waters. So strong on the hand grab for the patient.
We can see this happen. So she goes for the switch there, switches it, runs, and then it's going back. My motor's still on. She's switched it, it's still running.
Doesn't matter, right?
Just means that she didn't leave it on. That wasn't something that she did.
Yeah.
That's a motor problem, which is so unfortunate to have that taken away from you. When she did everything right in that race. I feel for her.
The boys are just going to push that into some deeper water.
Oh, they'll be trying to get a new boat.
Yep. And it'd be interesting to see if they've already started the pack up, if they've got rid of any of the equipment yet, because
I think they're a professional enough outfit that they would have gear there ready.
So one more race to go. Will we see as much drama as we saw right then? We will soon see.
Of 9 in this Masters Rescue, with Miami, Queenscliff and North Cronulla winning their respective semi-finals.
So you know it's cold when you've got a few of the guys out in the water just to try and...
Was that maybe Daniel?
Actually, probably was Daniel. He's
in the water. If anyone's seen any of these amazing water shots that have been coming out of SLSA, that's Daniel. He's from South Australia, Christie's Beach. DHD Arts, I think is his Insta handle.
Yep.
Give him a follow. He's got some wicked photos going on.
Yeah, because he's happy to get out there and wet and cold and dirty.
That's because he's South Australian and he doesn't feel that cold.
And this is his sport too.
Yes, he races for Christie's. In fact, I think he actually coaches them.
Yeah, wow. Nice, high energy, nice guy. So the start list for this last race, just going through the ticker at the bottom, but we're going to have Brighton, Queenscliff, Caves Beach, North Cronulla, Broadbeach, Miami, Queenscliff, 2 teams in there. Kurrawa, B and A are going to be at the bottom of the screen. We are close to the starters' hands. Final event for the 2026 Sharkskin Australian IRB Championships at the beautiful Southwest Rocks.
Again, a really good spread of clubs. We've got South Australia and New South Wales, Queensland. It's great to see some SA teams in there.
North Cronulla on screen. Broadbeach A team next to them. Miami's going to come into shot very, very shortly. Starters hands off, clean and away. Little surge in water, so great start there from the guys up there. Oh, sniper, one of the guys from Kurrawa just absolutely butchered that start, fell over, but at the top, all the pace there, deep water, Brighton, Queenscliff.
North Cronulla? Oh no, Broadbeach. Broadbeach leading out from North Cronulla.
So first changeover, that is tight there from Broadbeach.
That's tight from all of those guys.
No, look at this. Queenscliff, Tony Hawk possibly holding onto the lead. Oh, just stumbled a little bit. Queenscliff, Tony Hawk in the lead at the moment. North Cronulla has been in too. Third place is going to be with Caves White over the last way. Broadbeach not out of it, but the boat speed from Queenscliff, Tony Hawk is absolutely flying at the moment. It needs to be beach, it needs to be perfect. Sprint finish, dip on the line. Queenscliff, North Cronulla, Caves Beach.
I was watching those turns. Everyone looked like they nailed it. How Queenscliff came out in front, they've obviously just done absolutely amazing in that turn and pick up because no one made a mistake.
Zero mistakes. But again, these are the masters. Masters by trade, masters by age.
Oh, look at Miami celebrating there. They're pretty stoked.
They're celebrating the end of the carnival, but what a great job there. So Queenscliff on screen. Great work. What a way to finish that one off, because that, again, like you said, clinical. Everyone nailed those turns. Oh, unbelievable. Any highlights from the Masters package for you?
I think the waves in that women's teams, that was set of the day.
That was absolutely monstrous.
Yeah.
And then heartbreak for the Caves crew in that last race.
That's just such a shame. She won that gold. Did nothing wrong, and it's been let down by a bit of gear, which can happen, but pretty devastating for her.
So devastating. So the start, it was all pretty clean, but at the top is where all the pace was. So Tony Hawk got out early. The right guys just there on screen. They had a really nice start, but just slid out of time.
See where they won it.
So I was on that second turn on that pickup. That was so clinical through that. Deceiving angle, but definitely, yep. So all updated. Queenscliff, Tony Hawk are the champions. So as Dave Callan, Jason Elkin said, he is going to be a legend. He's one to watch. He's been fast for a long, long time. So the Queenscliff, Tony Hawk on screen is your Australian champions for the 2026 SHARKSKIN IRB Championships, followed closely by the North Cronulla Has-Beens and Caves Beach White. So New South Wales podium, no Queensland featuring there. What a finish for this championships. Way too good. So now we're going to cross down with Sam Jordan for the last time today with the Queenscliff Tony Hawk legends and Australian champions.
I'm here with Dave, Sean and Gabby, who win not only a special Australian title, but also the last one of the carnival as well. What a way to finish things off.
Thanks, mate. It was a very, very tough race. It was very fast. Dave's been driving for 35 years. I've been in this for 13. Gabs has been here for a couple of years as well. But it's not just our team. Like, our team pulls the whole thing together. There's like 35 of us. You know, our boats are already gone. They're packed up. The trailers are done, right? And we're here talking to you. It's a massive team effort from the guys that work with the propellers, the boats, you know, all together just to get this one piece of metal for us. So.
You guys are about to run off down the beach and join your teammates as well. What does that say about the culture at Queenscliff, that rather than celebrating right now, you just want to get around the rest of your surf club members?
Mate, it's the team that draws us back every year. I've been trying to get out, but they keep pulling us back in.
Certainly a fitting reward for it as well. Australian champions in the final race of the SHARKSKIN Australian Aussie titles.
It's his birthday!
And the birthday wish as well. That is some way to round it off. Thanks, guys.
Birthdays and gold medals is what we've got there for the Queenscliff crew. What a finish here for the championships. And you get to see the debrief there for these amazing teams. I must say that our volunteers and officials, the carnival referees have done an amazing job to be able to deal with the forecast and ensure that we can get this whole program in, and they've done an amazing job.
Yeah, it's great to see the carnival get finished. You'd hate to see us not finish events or not get the gold medals done. We've done it one day early, but we got it all done. Everyone's happy.
Yeah, would much rather err on the side of caution than get this beautiful event underway. So on screen there, some unbelievable highlights. Southwest Rocks turning it on for us. The live stream's in there. One thing we've got to watch out for next Sunday, we are going to have the highlights package on Channel 10 at 12:30. But these will ring out. Any final goodbyes for you today, Kate? We've enjoyed having you.
It's been great to come down here. I'm actually really looking forward to watching that on Channel 10 next Sunday, getting IRBs on primetime.
Yeah, we've loved having you. So on behalf of Surf Life Saving Australia and all the beautiful people across this beautiful organisation, we thank you for your time and we'll bid you farewell.